What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, special request. I saw the Seconds Out interview with Javon Sugarhill, and he was pretty much as a long interview, and he was asked about Tyson Fury, specifically fighting for undisputed. Javon Sugarhill made the comment of, you know, I got to hell with undisputed. You know, Fury's retired, and he spoke highly of if he wants to do an exhibition. What's the difference? You're still putting on gloves, fighting someone. If he wants to do professional wrestling, spots here and there, that's his choice. And what do you guys expect Javon Sugarhill to do? Go in there and say the complete opposite of what Tyson Fury says? That's his guy. He would be out of pocket as far as I'm concerned for Fury to say one thing and then he comes out and just says something different. And even if his opinion would truly be, he think that Fury should go for undisputed, um, that wouldn't be something that he needs to come out and state to the people. Because then there's friction between you and Fury because he's speaking one way and you're saying something else. Okay, I'm not saying for you to sit up and support lies and deceit. Okay, that's not something that I would back up. But as far as what this guy's plans is, why would Javon Sugarhill come on there and speak for Tyson Fury to say anything different from what he said? I mean, we spent damn near 2 years saying, why is everybody speaking for Deontay Wilder? Why is he, when you ask questions about Deontay, it's always someone speaking for him, not Deontay, coming out saying what he needs to say and expressing himself. So, I mean, Javon Sugarhill is only doing what he's supposed to do. Now, taking all that into account, we saw a video of Tyson Fury being interviewed where Tyson Fury said that he's retired. It would take him, take like $500 million for him to come out of retirement. Now, people, it's not hard to figure out. Okay. Tyson Fury has already set the table. Okay. He already has his plate, his fork, his knife, his spoon, his cup. His napkins. All he's waiting for is for his cup and his food and his plate to be filled. Tyson Fury is saying this already because he is trying to make it a huge demand for undisputed, especially if AJ wins. You already know what's going to happen with that. Now as far as the negotiations go, I already made a video speaking about this, and they already think they're the A side and all that, whatever. Even though if AJ wins, AJ is coming in with 3 belts to his 1. And basically AJ stock rises all over again because truthfully, with all the hate that AJ gets, there's a lot of people that want to see AJ get back to the top. It's just skepticism of if he can. So if he accomplishes that, then you get AJ Fury for undisputed, and that's huge. So basically, he's already that will already have different people saying, "Look, man, we'll put the money up. We want that fight." Whether they actually make it, 500 million or whatever, or not is yet to be seen. But that's what he's trying to do. Okay, 2. If Tyson Fury was retired, 1, he wouldn't still be paying sanctioning fees. 2, okay, equally important, he would not still be ranked as WBC champion. That title would have been taken because he's officially retired, right? And 3, Tyson Fury is still training. And pretty much, that's just common sense. He's not retired. He's saying this shit, but he's not retired, okay? Which means he can come on video and say whatever. But behind the scenes, hey, listen, I'm just, I'm not retired, Mauricio. I'm saying this to help build up for the fight, for undisputed. And so pretty much this is going to help us all in the long run because it's going to be a demand for Tyson Fury versus whoever's undisputed. And what do you think? Mauricio is going to go, no, I have to tell the truth to the people? No, it's on a hush. Guy's not retired. You pay sanctioning fees to be ranked, man. Okay, and as a champion, yeah, he would be stripped. Okay, and what they would be doing already is setting up some type of either tournament or the number one and number two guy fight for the WBC. Something would be set up. You think they would just have the WBC title? Oh, well, you can just hold on to it, and you know we'll hold on to it, even though you can just hold on to it, but you won't be actually representing us as champion. You'll just hold on to the belt. Then what? When you're actually ready to retire, come give us the belt back or whatever. Hey, no, the guy is not retired. It's simple. It's not hard to understand. That's just Tyson Fury doing Tyson Fury. Now, I can understand why people are saying what they're saying about him. I mean, Javon Sugar Hill's the wrong guy to take to lash out at. He's not Tyson Fury, and he's, like I said, he's not going to say more than he needs to. Why would you not want undisputed? WWE is not real fighting. Okay, you haven't even seen him in a real match. A few little bumps and tumbles here and there, it with Braun Strowman. It was nothing serious. Okay, because he doesn't want to get injured, so he didn't take any real bumps. He's not a professional wrestler. He doesn't know how to wrestle. He's not going to go in there as a professional wrestler as a new career. Okay, it'll just be little spots you put him in. All right. As far as an exhibition is concerned, yeah, when you're retired, like Floyd, then yeah, you're really actually retired. You're no longer a ranked fighter. Yeah, exhibitions are cool. You're still making money. You're still going out here keeping yourself relevant, and feeding your family. So that's cool. For him to do this while he's still WBC champion, but he's taking a little hiatus until, it's funny because think about this, right? Why doesn't he have a mandatory? So if they had an issue, not that they should do it out of spite, but if they had an issue with what Tyson Fury is doing, they'd say, look, man, you're just sitting up holding the belt hostage. You fought Wilder, you won the fight. Okay, we got to get you in the ring with somebody. Something has to happen, But again, we're not far from AJ versus Usyk too. Okay, a couple of months from now, 2 months in this June now, so just say a couple of months from now, that fight happens, and pretty much they're allowing Tyson Fury to sit back and hold a belt hostage until we get a winner. And basically, more than being undisputed, it's about a huge payday for Tyson Fury in this scenario. So, yeah, for any time somebody tell you that I fight for the love, but then all of a sudden everything is about money. See, people forget your words in the past. I told you guys, it's always about money. It's always business, man. It's like you can play a hero in a movie and be the biggest piece of scumbag, piece of shit in the world in real life. Or vice versa. You can play a super tough guy in the movie and be the biggest softy in the world. So at the end of the day, Tyson Fury and any other fighter who says things like I do it for the love or the passion, and then later on, like even like with Wilder, this is about legacy, ain't about the money, it's about legacy. Right. That's what he said initially. All that changed, didn't it? It's no different right now. So Tyson Fury is not retired. Tyson Fury is not going anywhere until he fight either Anthony Joshua or Oleksandr Usyk. And if he doesn't take the fight, more than likely it'll be because they're not willing to pay. They don't feel like the fight is worth what he's trying to make it worth. So he's already setting his price. And, Usyk or AJ don't have any reason to even think about Tyson Fury. They have each other, to deal with. And after that's over, then the winner will go on. And then we'll see what happens. And I'm telling you guys, Tyson Fury has not retired. Plain and simple. You don't pay sanctioning fees if you're retired. You're not still ranked as WBC World Champion if you're retired. Okay, when you announce a retirement, it's not just you making a video, then you mail the belt back mail the belt back to Mauricio Suleiman or whoever to the sanctioning body, right? No. You make it official. It's a job. You all work. It's the same thing. You don't just make a video and say, "Oh, I'm retiring." Well, when are you retiring? When is your last day? There's a process. It's communication. It's simple. The man's not retired. So I don't know why people are so shocked and so puzzled about what's going on. He has not retired. Like I said, he set his table. He's just waiting to be fed now. That's all. And after AJ and Oleksandr Usyk fight, you know, the negotiations will begin. But he's already got a jump start on what he wants. And him and his team is going to play this A-side card all the way, you know, as far as they can go with it. So let's just say, for example, if they say the fight is not worth $500 million, but let's say they say maybe 300, maybe 200, you know, maybe 150 million apiece, maybe. But I believe that Tyson Fury's ego is going to want the lion's share of the money, even though he has one belt versus three. When they were going to fight the first time, Anthony Joshua clearly said he think fighting, which I still don't agree with that shit, but he said, and I believe that was him playing nice to not say anything to disrupt the fight. He was asked the question, do you think that fighting Fury is bigger than Undisputed? And he says, yeah. You know that's bullshit because AJ's not willing to let none of his belts go. So he fought his mandatories and did what he had to do. Okay, he just ended up losing to Usyk. But him saying that and saying that, I say split it 50-50 so there's no excuses for the fight to not happen. That was Anthony Joshua's words. Tyson Fury and his team are constantly talking about how they're the biggest star. You guys don't see the writing on the wall, man. We're the biggest star. Oh, we're way bigger than AJ. Oh, definitely. Oh, Anthony Joshua, he and Usyk, neither one of them could beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury this, Fury. Yeah, they're trying, okay, to play the Jedi mind tricks and put that in everybody's head that we are the A side, we are the bigger stars. No, he's not a bigger star than Anthony Joshua. No. At the same time, they're always talking about what you made in your last fight. That's what you're supposed to make going into negotiations. So, again, well, he should not make more than what Anthony Joshua makes then if that's the case. And reality, it's a business. It's a monopoly. It's how you play this game. Wrong or right, a lot of times, is pushed aside. Because if politics outweigh the right thing to do, that's what you're going to see. And you're going to see it time and time again. So, all it is, like I said, is Tyson Fury setting his table. He want to put everything he know what he wants. And that's what he's trying to get. And for the sake of making this fight happen, Anthony Joshua will be willing to go 50-50 to split it, right? But Tyson Fury's ego is going to try to get more than what he deserves. So he will. I don't see them trying to pull 80-20 with AJ, but he definitely, I believe, will try to pull 60-40. Now, if Anthony Joshua goes for that, that's up to him. But I can see Team Fury trying to do everything in their power to get the upper hand financially, try to get things the way they want it. And if he's a man, if he's really truly about that combat, man, take 50-50. You only got one fucking belt. Yeah, you're undefeated. AJ has a loss. And again, here go you hypocrites. Because you always the ones talking about how, oh, just because Floyd 50-0 don't mean nothing. Being undefeated don't mean nothing. Yes, it does. So if that's the case, then it shouldn't mean anything now. Okay, him being undefeated and Anthony Joshua having 2 losses shouldn't mean anything right now. But see, that's part of the bargaining chips that people, play. So you can't sit up here saying, oh, being undefeated don't mean anything. But now, because you're a Fury fan and he's undefeated and Anthony Joshua's not, now all of a sudden, now being undefeated comes into play. So no, you want undisputed? You about legacy? No. He's expressed several times in the past how he doesn't care about the titles. The belt doesn't make me, I'm the lineal champion. He's fine with an invisible belt that nobody can see. Okay. At the end of the day, he disposed of Dillian White in 6 rounds, got him out of there. When Anthony Joshua fought Dillian White, he got him out of there, I think, the 6th round, 6th or 7th round as well. However it went, but bottom line is, who's left standing between Anthony Joshua and Usyk? That one part of the title that's missing is owned by Fury. Imagine if Fury decided to say, okay, fuck it, I'm officially gone. Now he's no longer the champion. Well, now we have a situation of, do they just say, okay, Anthony, let's say regardless, Anthony Joshua wins, or Usyk, whoever wins. Do they now look and say, okay, well, let's take the loser of the Anthony Joshua Usyk fight and put them in a tournament, or put them up against somebody? Do they take two fresh fighters and fight for WBC? And then somewhere along the line, they try to line up where whoever's unified fight for that title, and then fight for unification, become undisputed. Then we don't know. I mean, that's a bunch of what ifs. We don't know. But I'm saying that for the simple fact, boxing gets a big treat if we get undisputed. And Tyson Fury is on the other end of whoever wins between AJ and Usyk, versus them just picking someone else. And to be honest with you, I don't know what's going on in these people's houses and their camps. That's their business. But I don't see any reason for Tyson Fury to not fight for undisputed, other than just the fact he just don't want to. You talk about making history. Nobody gives a shit about you coming on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, or going to AEW, or whatever it is you want to do. Nobody cares about that. Nobody wants to see you in a fucking exhibition. For what? With Ngannou or whoever, all this other bullshit. It's entertainment to some. I have no interest in seeing him and Ngannou fight. Honestly, I truthfully don't. I have no interest in seeing him going to SmackDown to fake fight somebody. I don't have an interest in any of that shit. Now, for those who do, that's on them, okay? And in fact, if you've been looking at Monday Night Raw's ratings, you can see that, none of that shit matters, does it? Does it? So when you have these people pop up and show up on the show, it's short-lived, it's temporary, so nobody cares. So you got to understand, different businesses, they do things in certain ways that they feel like will benefit them. Tyson Fury, you're the WBC champion. Usyk right now is unified WBO, WBA, IBF. You and Anthony Joshua never did get it on when you were supposed to. You end up fighting Wilder. We know what happened, with the court situation. But it's, whether Usyk or AJ wins, I don't see why he wouldn't want undisputed. But if Anthony Joshua wins, they're going to Wembley. It's a sellout crowd. You understand what I mean? It's a massive fight for boxing, not just British boxing, for boxing, period. Why would you not want that? But that's his choice. So, again, you guys, no need to clap back at Javon Sugarhill. He's just doing what he's supposed to do, man. It's almost like, let's just say you in your home, and a bill collector, somebody called, you don't really feel like being bothered, and you just tell them I'm not here, or I'll tell them I'll call them back later. And the person gets on the phone and go, oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's here, but he doesn't really want to talk to you right now. He's in one of his moods. So, I mean, if it was up to me, I think he should talk to you. But yeah, he just told me to say he's not home, or he'll talk to you. It's a problem, right? Because what did you just do that for, right? That's how you feel, So at the end of the day, the man is not retired. It's just Tyson Fury, talking, saying things to make you believe he's tired, but he's sitting back, like I said, setting his table the way he wants. Let's see if they're going to feed me and fill up my cup, fill up my plate the way I want. Simple. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch you all on the next video.